Hezekiah Walker.
Hello.
Listen, you got to make sure your posture is correct, bro.
Talk to me.
Because we be on motherfucking the news. And like people be saying things to me. Shout out to my man Jim Kerr. Jim Kerr is an OG radio personality here in New York City. Been on the air for like 50 something years on KTU. He goes, yeah, I saw you. He said, you're always popping up on the news. He said, you're always popping up on the news. And he's like, it was you and this white guy. And he was like, the guy was sitting like this. Like, he was just trying to, he was like, the guy was just sitting like this. Like, I'm just like, he really tried to make you look handicapped. And it wasn't his fault. He was just trying to describe you. He's an older guy trying to describe what he saw.
Yeah, I got a little Stephen Hawking in me, man. It looked like you guys just folded me up and sat me here. Sometimes I watch the pod, I'm like, how is that even comfortable? Like, this isn't bad, this is coming, but sometimes I get like all crossed over like this.
I'm trying to tell you, and it's like whenever the clips that they use that go viral, it's always you looking like your body is throwing up a gang sign. So that would make you a Crip if you're Okay. How was your week, man?
Oh, great.
I can't wait to see Fantastic Four this weekend.
Really?
I can't wait, bro.
Talk to me.
I mean, just because the movie theater is my happy place. Like, I really like being in a movie theater. I like the popcorn. I like the peanut M&Ms. It's just something about being in a movie theater that allows me to escape. And, you know, Superman came out a couple weeks ago. Went and saw that. Went and saw the Smurfs last week with my kids.
Oh, how was that?
I don't fucking know. I fell asleep within 20 minutes. Because we went on a Friday, you know what I'm saying? You go on a Friday, I've been
long day of work.
A long week, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and my mind just started wandering because I'm watching the movie, and the first thing I think to myself is, why ain't no goddamn women in Smurf Village?
There's one.
Smurfette's the only motherfucking one.
She's working overtime.
That's what I'm saying. Are they running trains on Smurfette? Like, how are they creating other Smurfs? And then as I'm thinking that, they show in the movie how Smurfette wasn't even naturally born.
What?
She's made of clay.
And then?
I think Gargamel or somebody made her.
Yeah.
And magic brought her to life. Wow. And so I go and do Google. I'm Googling in the movie because I really don't give a fuck about the movies. I'm like, what the fuck? So I Google in the movie and it says all the women in Smurf Village are made out of magic.
Well, this is the Adam and Eve story.
Oh, but the rib, yeah. But at least they were made out of another Smurf. My point is, who the fuck is Mama Smurf? It's a Papa Smurf and no Mama Smurf? None of the Smurfs, my point is this. They say the storks bring the Smurfs.
But like, think about how well society functions without women. Like the Smurfs get along really well.
Nah, bro. That Smurf village is the gayest village since the goddamn village that's right around the corner here in New York City. Get the fuck out here. Like, no. Like, one of them is grouchy. Why do you think he's so mad? Ain't no fucking cheeks in the motherfucking
Mama
village.
Smurf's not coughing it up.
You know
what's her name again?
There's no Mama Smurf.
No,
Smurfette.
Smurfette.
But they all love Smurf. I think there was one other one, but she's not in the movie.
Really?
Nah, bro.
Yeah, it's interesting the things you focus on in a kid's movie like that. You're like, who's getting pussy in here? How these Smurfs getting pussy?
Because there's nothing else to think about. Like, Disney movies at least give you something else to see. Like, Disney movies actually have a plot and a premise. Like, the Disney cartoons, like, there's a larger theme.
This is a straight up kids movie.
Yeah, even Pixar. Pixar has a larger theme
That's why I asked you how the movie was, because I appreciate the kids movies that have the adult themes, like Zootopia. Did you watch Zootopia? Like, as an adult, you can watch it and enjoy it for a completely different reason than the kids do. And now you're giving some joy to the adult and the children that are there, and everybody's happy. But these like children's shows like Miss Rachel or like Blue's Clues or these types, it's just for the kid.
Yes. Well, Blue's Clues is educational.
Yeah, but it's
still funny.
Sesame Street used to be for the adults and the kid. And then they made a more addictive version of the TV for the kid and sacrificed the adults' enjoyment. So the kids watch by themselves, and now the adults and the kids are watching the show together.
That makes a lot of motherfucking sense, because I think anything that can be spoofed for adults actually has something in it for adults. Sesame Street could be spoofed for adults.
Well, because wasn't there like funny little sexual innuendo and jokes in Sesame Street, but they didn't really acknowledge it? Like the kids would never be able to.
Yeah, like Big Bro. I think Snuffleupagus was gay.
Bert and Ernie, they said might
Bert
be
and Ernie
gay.
was
Anyway,
gay.
like they were actively.
Oscar the Grouch was Hunter Biden. What? No, I'm just saying. Yes.
How did Andrew Callahan get an interview with Hunter Biden, bro? Shout out to Andrew Callahan and Channel 5 News. He's the guy who did the Biden interview. You didn't see this?
No, I thought it was Jamie fucking Harrison.
No, this is Channel 5 News. It's Andrew
No, I
Callahan.
didn't pay no attention. I saw two. I saw one with Jamie Harrison and Hunter Biden.
Nah, the one where
And I just
Hunter's
thought that was the same interview.
he's like super cracked out. He's just going crazy.
I loved it. Hunter Biden made crack sound tasty. Bro.
Wait, why? What'd he say?
You didn't see it? We don't have that. You got to find that, Alex. You got to find Hunter Biden.
I saw the clip of him
describing
going after
crack.
George Clooney.
Oh, please. Find the clip of Hunter Biden talking about crack. I saw Pusha T reposted and put deep. Matter of fact, go to Pusha T's Twitter page. It's up on Pusha T's Twitter page. You're not going to tell me that Hunter Biden didn't make crack sound
appealing.
tasty. What? That was a Just Say Yes ad, bro. Pull it up. No, you don't. You're on X?
Oh no, there we go, Al.
Yeah, click on that. Yeah. Click on it because the video is in there. Like the clip's gonna use this shit for their next. See it right there. The clip's gonna use this for like an intro on their next album or something. Yo. Pusha got to use this for an intro on his mixtape or something.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit? You gotta do all this to get on just to listen to Hunter Biden?
I might have an ad blocker or some shit like that.
What?
Yeah, this is crazy, Al. We need Taylor immediately. Yo, shout out to Taylor.
Taylor Gang.
Taylor's a mama.
Congratulations, Taylor Gang.
She did it. Squeezed them out. We love you, Taylor. We're
Taylor's
thinking
a
about
hardworking
you.
young lady, bro.
Wow, what's she doing?
Who the fuck text the group chat, I just had a baby?
I just want to point out, I texted her, and then she's like, I just had the baby, and then she texted the group.
Who does that? I've seen 4 of these happen. My wife don't want to do
I'm upset at y'all
shit.
not for checking in. I'm upset at y'all.
No, I've been checking in. I've definitely been checking in. Let's hear this, man. This is Hunter Biden.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally.
That's it?
That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
How different is the experience?
It's vastly, vastly different. And like for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite here.
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall.
Fucking mouth water.
That's how powerful crack cocaine is.
Hunter's mouth
Does
water,
crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
Shit.
When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, you know, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So straw on the stove is the same thing.
Not exactly, but close to it. But it's a little bit different. But anyway, my point about it, your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack that is really insidious. And what it is that anytime, I think one of the reasons that they believe that smoking cigarettes is so addictive is because it combines 3 really important things.
Watch what he says.
It's habit forming, there's an oral fixation, and there is a ritual combined
Like
with
something
it.
in your mouth.
And so the idea of hand to mouth is a habit and a fixation that we learn very early, even as children. With a pacifier, with a spoon, with your thumb, to breastfeeding. Okay, so really, I don't want to get into the psychology of it because I'm no expert, but I do know this, is that you combine with that ignition, combustion, and then you combine the ritual. You have your cigarette in the morning, you have your cigarette when you get out of the car, you have your cigarette with your coffee. Crack is that on steroids. It's over and over. There's ritual to it. There's a ritualized part of it. The combination of all of those addictive behaviors together becomes like really powerful. And the drug in and of itself is a more immediate euphoric sensation and connected to it than, in my experience, cocaine alone.
Does it require more frequency to maintain the high?
Yes. Yes. and the capacity to use more than you could otherwise with powder cocaine, just physically to be able to ingest it.
So you're kind of saying that cocaine reaches a certain plateau of euphoria where you can't necessarily get any higher.
In my experience, yes. This is like a PSA. If you want to completely, utterly fuck up your life, you know, I don't think that anything is necessarily, oh, you do it once, you're addicted. But there's about the closest thing that statement could be true would be with crack cocaine.
Bring me some motherfucking crack.
Shit. Golly.
That's a Just Say Yes ad, bro.
Golly.
He's a crackologist, bro. Like that motherfucker
Nah, that's
made
crazy.
that shit sound tasty as fuck.
And he also justifies, he's like, it's not as bad as alcohol. It's pure. You get all
You know what
the
I'm
bad
saying?
chemicals out of there. All these other actors have done it. Like, he spent a lot of time justifying his
He
crack
really
addiction.
likes crack.
Yeah, he does.
That motherfucker enjoy crack. If you enjoy crack that much, just smoke it, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna front. If you make it, that's not an addiction. He just enjoys it, and he told us why people like sucking.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
So
point.
that's the most articulate crackhead I've ever seen.
Never
That is
heard it
impressive.
explained like that in my fucking life.
Yeah, no, you could definitely tell why he earned his position on the Ukrainian oil company. I could see why he got that.
And by the way, that's a privileged crackhead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you talk about white privilege, you talking about that cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
He
is-
could have done coke.
Yeah, I know.
He chose to do crack.
He chose to fry it.
Yeah.
Like cocaine ain't nothing but fried crack. Crack is nothing but fried coke.
Yeah.
You get it, you put a little powder with it, you know what I'm saying? You fry it up and make it a nice, tasty treat. Like he made that, like you know how the people come to your fucking table? If I had, like, when I have a fine dining restaurant, if I ever decide to go that route, I'm going to show all my waiters that video. Because when you come to the table and they say, let me tell you about the specials, I need you to describe the specials the way Hunter Biden describes crack.
Crack. That's fucking
God
right. Yeah.
damn.
I was wondering where he was going with that.
No, it's a good point. Like
No.
you want them to be that addicted to it. You want them to have that level of passion. I mean, he even prefaced it in the beginning. He said, I don't want to have a recall of euphoria. He's like, I'm afraid of telling you how good it is.
Yes.
Because I don't want to have that memory of how good it is. Wow. Oof.
I want to spoof that, but I want it to be a guy who used to be gay, but he's deliberate now.
He's like, yo, crack was the best, man. I
No,
love
not crack.
Well, technically.
He's like, it reminds me of the glass
Oh
pipe.
man, the crack
You know
was
what I
so
mean?
good. I miss
Same way
crack.
you take the lighter and you hold the pipe and do like this. It's the same with the balls.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's a little too much. A little too much. A little too much there.
That's disgusting. You got Pete Buttigieg on a pod one time.
Pete's been there a lot, man. Shout out to Pete Buttigieg, man.
Yo, you had Mayor Pete on, man. How was he?
I mean, Pete's always good. I always give Pete all the credit in the world because Pete comes to platforms when he don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He comes to platforms when he's not campaigning, when he's not in office. He's just trying to make a genuine connection with the people. He spoke about stuff that like backlash that he got from, flagrant and stuff
really?
like that. Yeah. But he was saying like, people just have things misconstrued. Like he was like, they don't like when he said this, but he said they don't like when they see people like him in right-wing spaces. But he said, I don't consider flagrant a right-wing space. You know what I mean? But he was like, he said it reminded him of when he first started going on Fox News years ago. Like the same flack he got for going on flagrant reminded him of how when he first started going on Fox News years ago. But it's just like, why?
It was also his biggest interview that he's had.
I think so.
So like,
I think so.
The bigger the interview, the more flack that's gonna come with it in general. But like, we got like some crazy statistics on it. Like it was insane.
Well, like views or engagement or
44 million views.
damn. On what? On just impressions?
Across different platforms
Got you.
and everything like that. Like engagements, 2.8 million engagements, 36 million observed views, 8 million estimated based on engagements for platforms that don't report views. So plays it like 78% of engagements came from posts from progressive pages, 20 from neutral, 2% conservative. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, well, I got this pushback. It's like from your own people. Like it's like,
But you know why though? The algorithm doesn't know the difference. The best conversations are the one that get everybody going. It gets both sides going because most people probably didn't even watch the interview. So if you didn't watch the interview, you're just already, you have a visceral reaction. How dare Pete sit down with Andrew Schultz,
That's the
right?
thing, yeah.
How dare, right? But those who watched the interview
Were like-
are actually breaking down
It's-
pieces of the interview.
You could tell it's like everybody who watched it was like applaud. They were like, "This is amazing. You got to have these conversations. This is incredible."
That's all it's about,
the
man.
comments on the episode, right? So it's like this is why I laugh so much when people are like right wing podcast. The comments on the episode are like, "Pete's incredible. This is the guy who should run for president." Like it was so unbelievably supportive of Pete. So that can't exist if the audience is against the things that Pete stands for.
Yeah, and then you might have the 2% of conservatives who just don't want a gay man opening in his mouth ever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? So they're just appalled at seeing a gay man on a platform
Right.
that they might appreciate. Like, it's
And
just,
then there's
it's just
people who have
silly.
reasonable criticisms too. Like there, people was, like, hey, listen, he was in office during Biden and he didn't say anything about Biden being senile. Like he was there, he was working for him. Like
All
so
of
there.
those guys will say that they just put their head down and they were doing the work. They weren't paying attention.
Of course, but
Knock
but,
it off.
But this is real. This is reasonable criticism. Like he wasn't able to get the charging stations in. He did only a few of them, and it's like that was the job. So I think there are people who have reasonable criticism that he's going to have to answer for.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, anybody who was part of that administration is going to have to either say they were complicit in the cover up, or I was putting my head down and doing the work, whatever bullshit that is.
I said that to him today.
What'd he say?
Why does everybody all of a sudden have the courage to speak truth to power? Like all of these things that people were saying years ago, it's just like now everybody wants to say now. Barack Obama, oh yeah, Democrats need to have more courage. Oh yeah, Biden was too old. We should have ran another candidate. Duh.
Yeah.
But just admit you fucked up.
You just admit
That's
it,
it.
and then you move on.
And
but
move
then
on.
you move on with good intention.
Move on, move on, move on, move on the way this tech CEO moved on. Did you see this shit, man? This is why motherfuckers shouldn't cheat, bro.
Yeah.
Did you, what's his name again?
Byron?
Yeah, what's his name?
Andy
Astronomer
Byron. Andy
CEO
Byron.
Andy Byron has resigned following Coldplay concert
That's crazy.
incident.
Why
Why
you
did he
gotta-
resign?
Well, the reason he got to resign, I think, is because he didn't just cheat. He cheated with the HR director.
So he got to resign because there's nobody to write him up?
Yeah, you
Yo,
be
that's
somebody's superior and have an affair with it.
I get I understand the logic, but we got to stop acting like people don't like each other in the workplace.
Yeah, but her, of all people, Miss HR, all you have to do is just disclose that to HR that, hey, we're dating now, and then you can see the person.
How do we know? How do we know he wasn't being taken advantage of by the HR lady? How we
Probably
know?
was.
What if
She
the
was
HR
probably
lady said,
threatening
"I'm gonna write you up if you don't date me"?
you think he wanted to go to Coldplay? You think it was the astronomer guys, the CEO of astronomer who wanted to watch the Coldplay concert? He begrudgingly went to the Coldplay concert with this cheating ass wife or cheating ass side chick.
They both were cheating though. 'Cause they're both married.
He's not
right?
really cheating though. You got to do what the HR director says.
He's
Like
the
that's
boss.
her job.
There's
Yeah,
no.
but the HR's department is to be someone who looks over the boss. The boss can't do whatever they want to do. So technically, it's on her.
there's no way
It is
their
she.
significant others didn't know about this.
What?
Bro, a Coldplay concert,
Yeah,
bro.
that's ridiculous.
You hugged up at a Coldplay concert.
What are you even saying?
You saw the other lady from the job that knew them and knew that they were doing something wrong. So this was just a group outing.
Huh? Say that again.
So there
They
was
tried to
another,
front like it was a group outing.
yeah,
That's what they're
there
saying.
was another lady that works with them that was right next to him. So they
she
made
been knew about their relationship.
Oh yeah, she knew. Of
course.
She was on camera. She was like, like she knew they was.
I
up to them.
guarantee you the significant others knew. The reason he ducked is because he didn't want to bring negative attention to the company. That wasn't a, oh shit, let me get out the way so my wife don't see me. That's a, oh shit, let me get out the way because I know the backlash that's
Yes.
gonna come from me being with my HR lady.
The very next day, his wife took off her surname from her.
Yeah,
Of course she
because
did.
because she's
Of course.
humiliated.
Yes,
She's
of
humiliated in
course.
front of the entire world. But she probably
course.
knew it was already going down. I agree with
Come
Charlotte
on,
on that.
come
It might have been
on,
already
bro.
in divorce proceedings.
Come on, man.
Wait.
Bro, you don't go to
Where y'all get this
you
from?
don't go to a concert with your side piece.
You don't cheat
and
that
be
loosely.
hugged up with her with a whole group of people. You said that I didn't even know that. You said that the employee next to them knew. You think that all of those people know, but the wife don't know?
No, the wife
woman's
knows.
husband don't know?
Wife don't know.
Come on,
Wife
man.
bad too. You see that? That's what the internet was saying. They're like, why would you cheat on her with this? The original wife? Look at the original wife. time.
By the way, the HR lady wasn't young.
No, and she's married too.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
not
She
getting
was
any
older.
shit.
She had gray hairs. Like that was kind of like commendable.
But again, what I'm trying to tell you is
like seeing somebody cheat with somebody their age.
you're at the mercy of HR in a lot of these companies, right? So he can't really do anything. In a lot of ways, you could say this.
Is this the wife or this is
What?
No, because if he doesn't do what she says, she could write him up. She could get him
Could
fired.
fuck the whole company up.
Exactly. So the power that she has over him is like unbelievable.
I don't. Who's the wife? Which one is the wife?
Go to his wife, CEO of Astronomer wife.
That's what I put.
I don't condone cheating in any way, shape, or form. But black men don't cheat, and this is a white man, so this has nothing to do
That
with
guy's
me.
not white, dude. Come on.
What is he?
I don't know, but he's not white.
This has nothing to do with me. All I'm simply saying is you're not taking your side piece out in public like that and being all hugged up with her, bro. I've seen this before.
This is the side piece. This is the wife, Schultz. The
me see
wife
the
ain't
wife.
bad.
No, there's a different one.
That's the wife, bro. Every picture is her.
Oh, no, there was some other picture where she was looking crazy good.
I'll be honest with you, man.
But I don't think white Americans, is he American? I don't think white Americans cheat. I think that's really a fact.
I don't think it's cheating if she's under a 5. Yeah,
Charlamagne, I've been waiting for somebody to make this argument. Wait.
Like,
That's genius. It's not cheat like I cheat on you with a 5. That's a hand job. It's me jerking off. Hooking up with a 5 is no different than getting a rub and tug. That's a rub and tug.
How about both of y'all call your wives and ask them?
Yeah,
What?
but my wife's busy, man. We got mothers, bro. They got kids to raise.
No, listen, I don't agree with anything that this guy did. I'm just simply saying, it's not like he was out here winning. It's like go back and look at that woman. God bless. She's not a terrible looking woman. She just looked like she's, been around a little bit. Like she's been around for a while. You know what I mean? You don't think so?
I mean, I know I agree with you, but also there's a married lady, so
Bro, she looks
call it out.
weathered. Look at her, man. She looks weathered, bro. She don't look weathered to you, bro.
Yeah, she does.
She looks weathered, man. You know what I mean? Like she looked like she's the wife that's been getting cheated on forever. So in a lot of ways, it's like, yo, this guy was bringing her joy that she probably hasn't experienced in a while. And do you think her husband really cares?
Which husband? The HR?
The one, the side chick.
I think they're in love, man. He's holding her from behind. They're watching Coldplay. Like
They got some, yeah, they are together.
they're together, man. You
Because
know?
there's nothing about her that makes me say risk it all. Like, come on, guys. Like, I'm being very superficial here.
Yeah.
I am. I know I'm being very shallow right now.
No, he's hugged up in public too. Like if he was just getting ahead at the office, that's a completely different situation. And you could probably, you could go down a few points
I think this shit might be a social experiment.
in terms of.
Just in general. I think sometimes, man, you see certain things out there in the public and they distract us for whatever reason. Like there's something, I never even heard of the company Astronomer until this, you know what I mean? And then now I can't stop seeing the company Astronomer everywhere.
But what does it do?
Look it up. I think they trying to sell or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I saw some shit about Astronomer.
But we don't even know what the company does.
We have no idea. This something about this don't feel right, yo.
Yeah.
All the times Coldplay been fucking performing, have they been kiss cans before?
Oh, you think this was set up on purpose?
Have there ever been any? And by the way,
That would be genius if it was the ex. If it was the wife. That would be genius if it was the wife. She needs a reason to divorce. She works something out with the Coldplay team. She knows that her husband is going because she's in his email and he gets a confirmation to the tickets and the other names that are on it. She finds a connection to the Coldplay team, makes sure that they get on the Jumbotron. It gets outed. She has justification for divorce. She gets a huge settlement. She's good. Husband is humiliated. That's genius.
That could be one angle, or it could be somebody who doesn't like the company Astronomer, or does like it,
corporate espionage.
and wants to out him as the CEO.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Is the HR director stepping down too?
Of course not. Who gonna write her up? She's the HR director. What does that she say? Astronomer empowers data teams to bring mission critical software, analytics, and AI to life. We are the company behind Astro, the industry leading data. What? The industry leading data. What, Alex? Oh, the industry leading data orchestration and observability platform powered by Apache Airflow. Astro accelerates building reliable data products that unlock insights, unleash AI value, and power data-driven applications. I don't know what the fuck this company does.
What the fuck that is.
I have no idea, but I know I never heard of Astronomer until now, and I bet you they've been searched so much over the past week. By the way, when I first heard about this, I thought he was an actual fucking astronomer.
That's what I thought. I swear to God, I thought the same exact.
Yo,
It's a damn shame. Bro.
That's not stupid.
Damn
I
shame.
thought he was a fucking actual astronomer.
Damn shame, bro. Pay the WNBA players what they deserve, man.
Don't cheat.
Pay the WNBA players what they deserve, Charlotte. Why are you not doing that? Charlotte, why are you not paying the WNBA players what they deserve?
Those t-shirts were interesting
Tell me.
because it said, "Pay us what you owe us." Right? That's what it said, right? What did it say? What was it? What did the shirt say exactly?
Well, they are paying them what they owe them. They own their salary and they're paying that.
This is too much.
What did it
Right.
say? What did it say?
Pay us what you owe us.
Pay us what you owe us. They're not owed anything.
This is the argument that people have been making. Maybe there's something I don't understand about, but like if the league is losing money, they're getting overpaid. If you pay them what they owe you, you're going to pay the league.
Well, the league is losing money on purpose. Like the WNBA is what you call a loss leader. Like, right? So I think that, they make investments into the WNBA because they know eventually
It'll make money.
it'll make money
Yeah,
and it'll be worth it.
Like Uber or any of these other countries.
Uber, SpaceX, fuck it. There's plenty of do your Google. There's plenty of companies that haven't made no money. I was reading something the other day. Who the fuck just started getting a profit over the last few years? It's one of these major companies. It might have been fucking Uber.
Uber, yeah.
It was Uber, right?
It just got in the black.
It just got in black in 2023 or some shit like that. So this is what you call a loss leader. This is the argument that I do agree with the women. The women don't want to make as much as the men because that's what they just couldn't. Right?
Well, they do want to, but they know that's not realistic.
What they want is a higher percentage of all basketball revenue made. Like in the NBA, the guys get like
49 to 51%.
Yeah, 49 to 51% of all revenue made.
How long has the WNBA been around?
Shit, since like 96?
97.
97?
Okay, so
yeah.
almost 30 years is that?
Yeah.
And then I think we got to look at like the NBA contract and like what was the NBA making
It's a good point.
30 years in?
It's a good point. What was the NBA making 30 years in? That's
And
a
the
good
NBA
point.
didn't have the luxury of another league
subsidizing
it the whole time. But let's just look at what percentage the players were getting, 30 years in.
The growth is incredible. They're about to do a $2.2 billion deal. What I also find interesting is there are teams that are profitable. Now, I was thinking about this, right? The league as a whole isn't profitable yet, but there's teams that are profitable. If you're on a profitable team, your salary shouldn't be dictated based on what everybody else in the league is making. If you're on a profitable team, that team should pay you more.
But that puts that team at a clear advantage against the other teams in terms of allocating players.
Well, get profitable, motherfuckers. Be the New York Liberty. Be the Las Vegas Aces. You know what I mean?
But the whole idea is that there's no way that these like small market teams can compete with the big market teams.
Indiana Fever could right now. Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, no, you're
Aaliyah
right.
Boston.
You're right.
Like in a matter of in about a year, the Indiana Fever might be the most valued team. I know the Liberty is right now. In a year or two, Indiana Fever gonna be the most valuable team in the league.
I mean, whatever team Caitlin Clark is on is the most valuable.
That's what I'm saying.
She's the entire WNBA.
So 30 years in, the NBA total revenue was $60 million per year, and the player salaries averaged $130 to $300K.
So what percentage of that is that?
130 to 300K, 30 years in?
Yeah.
What year was that?
1976.
Oh, okay. All right.
But so I think we just need to understand, and I just asked what percentage of revenue went to the players 30 years in. But yeah, look, it's tricky. It's, they want to get paid more. I totally understand it, but maybe they don't understand the economics.
That's what I'm saying. It's not tricky. It's business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's really all it is. And, it's hard to have conversations.
35 to 40%.
35 to 40%?
Right.
And that's what they want. That's what they're actually asking for. I think people get it fucked up because they're like, You're not supposed to be making as much as LeBron James. You're not supposed to be making as much as fucking Shai. What they're asking for is simply a larger percentage of the revenue.
And what the league is probably saying is, guys, in order to get people into the stands, we have to market this thing. And if we don't market it, nobody's going to watch. So let us spend money on marketing, and then future players will be able to make money like the guys made.
And
So
they were $50 million. They lost $50 million last year. If I'm the NBA, and I wonder about this too.
Yeah.
I know we're making more money. We got this big television deal coming, $2.2 billion, I think it is. Don't I want to recoup? If I'm the NBA?
Of course. And they deserve to. They invested the money.
Yeah, after I recoup, then
you get some money.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think, right?
I mean, that's how any business should function. Otherwise, why would we invest in business?
That's what I would think. You know what I mean? That's what I would think. But
I don't think that, like, when you're an employee of a company, I don't think employees of companies, and it's not just WNBA players, but like, I don't think employees of the companies look at if the company is making money or not and how much they're making. I don't think employees of companies that are losing money think that they should make less because the company is losing money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are plenty of like TV shows that lose money, and the employees of those TV shows aren't going, I should make less money because we're losing money.
well, shit, CEOs don't feel like that. CEOs will still give each other motherfucking bonuses regardless of what the stocks are doing, regardless if the company's losing money.
It's a perfect example, right? So it's like everybody that works for a company believes that they deserve to get paid. When the company starts making money, they're like, I should make more. When the company starts losing money, they never go, I should make less.
Yeah.
So I don't begrudge companies that are often like, hold on, wait. Where was the conversation when we were losing $50 million a year about you guys taking less money? The second we start to make money, we get some attention. Y'all want to talk about how much more you should make. What about all those years that I was just paying for this and losing money?
And that's so crazy.
That's reasonable.
Nobody ever has that conversation. Like the CEO can never sit you down and be like, look, man, this is what you're making, right? This is what you're paying you. This is what we're paying you. This shit ain't adding up. You know what I mean? So I need to cut your salary in the meantime. Nobody wants to take the salary cut. Nobody wants to take less money. But it makes sense for the CEO to do that because the CEO and the company are losing money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's also up to the CEO too, because some shit has to, if you guarantee somebody a contract, you got to honor that contract. Now you can go to somebody and ask to, restructure the contract for the company, but why does the talent got to do that?
Bro, here's the other thing. It's like, there's nothing wrong with asking for more money. Like, everybody should ask for a raise.
Never.
So if the girls want to ask for a raise, ask for a raise.
It's got to make sense.
I think what happens is people might take exception with how they frame it, as if there's some sort of sexism baked in, or as if they're not getting what they deserve. But like, if you just want to make more, you're entitled to go to your boss and ask to make more. What's wrong with that? You might get told no, but like, we shouldn't be telling people they shouldn't be able to ask for more money. Once they start acting like it's a outside cause, or they start evoking sexism, like I think the women's soccer team like evoked sexism in the deal, then it gets annoying because it's like, guys, what are we talking about here? Like,
we live in the most literal, non-literal world.
What do you mean by that?
So you can wear a t-shirt that says, pay us what you owe us, and everybody will look at that and be like, but they don't owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you're in the red. So, if they pay you what they owe you,
you owe them.
It would be nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that. Man, I saw that shit. Somebody said like the WNBA, if the NBA, damn, I had this shit. I actually had
NBA
this shit in
pulls
my
funding.
phone. Hold on. If the NBA actually went to the players, you just want to touch me, bro. If the NBA went to the players and damn, I just saw this. Oh yeah. In 2025, the WNBA reported a $40 million deficit. If every player were responsible for covering this loss equally, each would owe approximately $277,000. $277,778.
Yeah.
If every player were responsible for covering the loss equally. That's crazy, bro.
But this is where the girls need to understand it's more than messaging. Like, you have your message, and then what's your justification for wanting more money? And you have leverage. Like, people are watching and people are interested, so now is the time to ask for more, for sure. But like, what's the justification? And right now, none of us can say the justification.
I can say, no, the justification is that the league is more popular than it's ever been. And there's a $2.2 billion television deal coming.
So then
that's the justification.
So then get that money when the deal comes in.
Yeah, I mean, what they want, they literally are just seeking a greater share of the league's revenue.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, as the league grows in popularity, I don't have a problem with that. Merchandise, ticket sales, I don't have a problem with that. They only make like 9.9% of that shit now. That's it. Like increase it. That's all they're asking for. Increase it.
And technically they are making more because as the league gets more popular, they're getting more endorsement deals. And so more WNBA players are making more money.
Oh, let's be clear. The WNBA is a sure bet.
Yeah.
It is a sure bet as far as a company that's going to continue to grow and make money and be profitable at some point. I mean, you already got Caitlyn. She's only in her second year. You see what she's doing. You see how popular Asia Wilson is getting. You see what Angel Reese is doing. Juju's going to heal up and be there in a second. Paige Buckets is out there. Now, there's a real interest in the WNBA. There's real eyeballs on the WNBA. There's real money coming into the WNBA. It's only a matter of time. But to the point we all just made,
I'm trying to see some signature dildos.
It's a very young league. It's a very, it's a very
That's
young
fire,
league.
though. You get the signature straps. You don't want a signature. You don't want a Paige Bucket strap.
As crazy as that sounds, that's not like the worst idea.
It's a fantastic idea.
You gotta think outside the box,
or
bro.
put something in it.
Way.
Say
Like
again?
when you want like the pocket pussy or something.
No, I
like
want the
that.
Paige Bucket strap.
No, yeah.
Because if you're a stud, don't you want the strap of your favorite player in the WNBA? I want to be strapped
That's
up just
kinda
like that.
dope.
It is dope.
It can be the colors of the team they play for with their
Facts.
number on it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And whatever their number is, that's how many speeds it is.
But that's assuming all of them are lesbians. They're not all lesbians.
Nah,
But it ain't
just
for everybody.
Just get the lesbian one.
Yeah. It's for the,
Not everybody gets a sneaker in the NBA.
yeah.
But the top lesbians in the WNBA
the
should
top
have a
stud and
signature
the
strap.
top stud.
The top
That's kind
stud.
of fire.
Yo, tell me that's not fire. If you're a stud, you got a
That's
strap,
kinda
get a
fire.
signature strap. Be proud of it. I don't think that you should hide that part of you. I think we should celebrate that part.
I saw some video where a bunch of WNBA players got denied in the club.
I was crazy. I was crazy.
But it's because security was patting them down and they
felt the strap.
Yeah, and they was like, show me what that is. And they was like, no, that's none of your business. Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. That's
show
their
you my
private
motherfucking
property.
scrap.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw one girl's playing with it on.
That's what
I did. She forgot to take off the strap, and I was like, "Yo, the WNBA is must-watch TV."
I love the WNBA, yo.
If they come out there with the straps on, dude, under the shorts, the straps on, hanging down below the short. Put the shorts on, just got the head hanging down.
they should do that shit to be funny.
Wouldn't it
Because you know
be?
I was laughing, right? You saw when motherfucking when the Indiana Fever had won like that mid-season championship. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
And they were all playing on live, and Caitlyn was bent over, but then Sid Colson came
Yeah.
up behind her.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did Sid hit her with?
Yo, that was a strap.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she jumped like, oh, shit.
Hey, what's
Like,
going on over here?
What the fuck did
Yeah.
Sid hit her with?
Sid, unlock that. Yo, unhook that shit, Sid. Come on, you can't be playing with that. That's dangerous.
Oh, my God.
I think if men can play with it, women should be able to play with it. I think that's just fair.
Men can play with what?
If we have one naturally strapped onto us.
That's different though. That shit, the straps be cheating because them shit is always hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
big as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our shit at least gets flaccid.
I mean,
Now that's the type of strap that nobody's made
but it
yet.
depends. Like if you that gay basketball player, the 7-footer with has the twin brother.
Who?
God, what was his name? I think he played for like the Nets.
Oh, I know you're talking about the one that ASAP Rocky did
Yeah,
that crazy
yeah,
ass
yeah,
beat with.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, what was his name?
I don't know. Who you
I can't remember his name, man.
You got
I
a
know
twin
exactly
brother.
what you talk about. That, but you know what though? How come nobody's made the strap on that is like that's like a mood ring? I'm serious. So it's flaccid until you get excited. When you get excited, when you get happy, then that shit,
Fire.
like
That's fire.
maybe it's like your body temperature
That's
causes it
fire.
to pop.
That's
You know what I
fire.
mean?
Nike, come on, stop playing.
What's
bro.
up, man?
Nike, stop playing.
What's up, man?
You have the
No,
signature strap. There's a mood ring. That shit gets hard. Go.
Reebok, that's how you come back.
Ooh.
That's your new pump. Remember how they used to have the pump in the sneakers?
Yeah, the Recock.
The Recock pump.
The
Where you gotta
Recock
pump
pump.
up the fucking
Oh,
strap.
I think that's a real thing.
Because Reebok needs it, bro.
Yeah, Reebok hasn't had a sneaker
Reebok
since
needs it. Everybody,
AI.
every sneaker that we used to call skips is hitting. New Balance, killing.
Yeah, that's true.
Asics, killing.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Nike and Reebok is like, right now.
No.
Adidas is even fire. Adidas been fired though, but Adidas,
No, Adidas
that
is
shit
killing it.
fucking Pharrell doing, fire.
Puma even got a couple joints.
Puma been cooking. Puma, what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
You talking about Brooke Lopez?
No.
No, man. Stop making people gay when they not gay.
Wow.
He has a twin brother,
No, I
Robin
know
Loper.
exactly what you're talking about.
fuck.
All you got to do is Google gay Brooklyn Nets player, Alex.
I don't know if he played for the Nets, but
He did play for the
just
Nets.
do the ASAP Rocky meme. That's the one.
Hold on, gay.
He's like,
Next artist is a good friend of mine, and he stands up for everything he believes in as far as everybody being equal, color, homosexuality. Shout out to my boy, the white boy can spit, Macklemore.
doesn't matter if you gay, you not. He just points.
And he
at
just pointed at the guy, man, for no reason. Jason Collins.
Collins.
Jason Collins.
Jason and
man.
Jaron Collins, right?
Jason Collins, man. Both of them are gay?
No, one of them is, which sucks for the other brother.
Well, it could be worse. They could have been Siamese twins. She could have been way worse, bro. Being the gay Siamese twin? God damn. And share one butthole?
No! 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 No means no.
Oh my God, man. Salute to my guy Ray J, man. I just got off the phone with Ray J and we was laughing and joking about some shit. But people think we hate each other.
Who?
Me and Ray J.
Why?
Because I gave him Donkey of the Day for the shit with Sexy Red, and Ray J didn't like that. And then, Ray J be under Breakfast Club comments talking shit. And then it's just like, he'll call me. Like I called him today. It was like, what's up, bro? And he was like, so you do care? He was like, I just wanted to know you care, man.
Ray J's like top 3 funniest people in hip hop.
Man, listen.
He's
Listen,
up there, bro.
There's 2 people
Yeah.
that I want and have to do a Curb Your Enthusiasm style show with. But you don't even need it no more because we got the IRL shit and the screaming now. So there's 2 people I enjoy watching.
Who?
Ray J and Tyrese. 2 of the most unintentionally funny humans you are ever gonna meet. Now the difference between Ray J and Tyrese he likes to laugh, but he takes himself very serious.
Yeah, I feel like Ray J's in on it. I
Ray
feel
J
like
is so
he knows what he's
in
doing.
on it.
He knows what he's doing, bro.
So
Yeah.
in on it.
he's smart, bro.
Listen,
That interview with Speedy with the glasses.
he knows exactly what he's
They're
doing.
indestructible, Speedy. They're
Break 'em.
indestructible. Try to break them.
Break him. Break him. I said to Ray, Ray, man, I let Ray goes, y'all are just too big now. You're just too big. And I don't like it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, why? Why? I said, you should be happy every time you see Breakfast Club because you are very instrumental in the success of the
Absolutely.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
He goes, I know, man. I just wanted to know you care because I be leaving comments and don't nobody say nothing.
I love it.
He was like,
I love it.
Thank you for the phone call.
I love it.
I known Ray J for like 25 years, bro.
Wow.
I met Ray in like 02, 03.
Was he funny back then too? Was he always?
Yo, the first time I met Ray, he came to Hot 103.9 in Columbia, South Carolina. I took him to go buy weed. Like that, like he's always been this person. Ray has never not been a ridiculous human being.
Yeah.
He's actually funnier than people even know.
Really?
Like Ray should do a one-man show or something. Remember when Tyson had that one-man show
Yeah,
on Broadway?
yeah.
Like Ray needs to do something like that. Like Ray J is a hilarious individual
Yeah.
who also understands the media.
Honestly,
he totally gets it.
That's a really fantastic idea, actually, because he's played a role in all these really transformative events for like hip hop culture in America. Like, and him going through each one of the stories, like on some Forrest Gump shit.
Yes.
Like him, the Breakfast Club story, obviously with the Kim Kardashian tape, like him going through all these instrumental events to get us to where we are today. That'd be a great one-man show.
I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. Ray J has been responsible for some of the greatest cultural institutions we've ever seen.
There's a
He set Breakfast Club off. He
What
set
is
the
it- what-
Kardashian dynasty off.
What? There's a guy. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking the name. Oh my god, he's actually funny. He's a hip hop artist. He also just had a show, like a scripted show on Netflix. I'm pretty sure.
Dave?
No,
Not Dave.
no.
Donald Glover?
No.
Oh, Vince Staples.
Vince.
Yeah, yeah.
He had a hot take about that.
I
Essentially,
remember.
and that was phenomenal.
He's right.
He is right. I remember really looking at that shit. I was like, oh wow.
He's right. Like I genuinely love Ray J.
Yeah.
But he's a person that I'm gonna always hold accountable. He's gonna always hold me accountable.
Yeah.
You might see us talking shit to each other in media, but trust me, it is always love. Cause when I'm talking to him,
Yeah.
you can't get mad at Ray J. I can't get mad at Ray J. Ray J can't get mad at me.
Yeah.
When I call him, he goes, well. He left a comment on the Breakfast Club page talking
Bro.
shit, and I call you was like, well, you do care.
Bro, it's so it's funny how like things play out on social media and people don't really know how behind the scenes, like we'll know the people that everyone else thinks we're beefing with. And you're
Yes.
talking behind the scenes.
Yes.
Like I remember you hit me after Portnoy sent the
Yep.
tweet out to share the text. I remember you hit me like, "Yo, what's going on with this Portnoy thing?"
Portnoy, yeah.
And I was like, "Bro, it's kind of like a crazy miscommunication. This actually kind of my fault." And I
What happened?
So I didn't know how to explain it in one tweet, right? But basically what happened is like he texted me like this is like a few days or like a week ago about like some Mamdani stuff, right? And we're going over the Mamdani thing. And because he thought that I was like defending him, I said the Socialist Democrats are the America First Party. I might even said it here or something. I forgot exactly where it was, but I was like, they're the only party that seems America first because they're actually trying to help the needs of Americans. Like I was basically trying to be like, yo, MAGA's not doing it for Americans. They said they were going to do shit. Now they're in power. They're doing nothing that they said they would do. And the Democratic Socialists are actually the ones trying to do help. You might disagree with the policies, but they're actually doing it. So he hits me up. He's like, yo, what are you talking about that? Like, I don't think that these policies are going to work. I'm against these policies, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but they are trying to meet the demands of the people. And then we have this like great nuanced conversation about it. And then it goes. And I go back on Twitter a few hours later and I see this tweet where he has this Jamie Dimon quote about like, you know, my Democrat friends are stupid. Their hearts are in the right place, but they always have these dumb ideas. And he quote tweets it. He goes, I think that he's referring to Andrew Schultz's comments on Mamdani. So I'm like, the fuck is going on? You just threw me under the bus. We had this great conversation. I thought like, why are you going to taking this shit out on Twitter, right? What I don't realize is he tweeted that before we talked.
Oh.
So I'm tight.
Oh, so somebody misconstrued it because they heard what you said and then saw an old post of his and reposted it.
No, I saw his post 2 hours later on Twitter, but I thought he posted it after we talked. So I'm like, why would you do this? We just had a great conversation. So then Sagar is interviewing me on Breaking Points and he asks about Dave's Mamdani thoughts. So I'm a little salty. I'm like, this guy threw me under the bus, even though he didn't. So I'm salty and I go, man, they don't even care about that shit. He just cares about the fact that Mamdani said globalized intifada and he just cares about Israel. Why is he making this whole shit? I'm being like reductive and dismissive and bringing up points that he did not bring up in our conversation at all. Because I'm annoyed because I thought he threw me under the bus.
Yeah.
So then that comes out, and then Dave screenshots our convo, which he shouldn't do. You should never screenshot.
I don't like that shit.
I don't ever like that shit.
That shit is so lame.
It's fucked up. You should not do it. But I understand where he's coming from, where it's just like, yo, you said I'm saying these things. This was our convo. I didn't say those things at all.
So both of y'all just missing each other.
Exactly. So I hit him up. I'm like, why the fuck you sharing private convo? He's like, why are you saying things I didn't say? And I'm like, why'd you post the fucking Jamie Dimon thing and credit it to me? He goes, I posted that before we talked. I go,
Jesus Christ.
I go, well, that's my bad.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to explain that whole thing on Twitter. So I'm just watching millions of views happen. The New York Post is reaching out, all these different people reaching out. And I'm like, I don't know how to comment on this because I don't know how to tell you it's a complete miscommunication.
Oh, don't get it fucked up too. There was people that was ready for y'all to go to war because they was like, they can take each other out. like, let Dave throw a nuke, Andrew throw a nuke, we get rid of both of them. I'm telling you that's what it was.
I said, Dave, I was like, listen, this is my bad. It's miscommunication here. Like, I don't think you should share the private text. So just just text me something right now, like the Yankees are your favorite team, and I'll post that, and then we'll be good. And he's like, yeah, that's not happening. And then we're it is what it is.
But that's what you got to do. Pick up the phone. Listen.
Yo, I know.
Hey, listen, I gave Ray J donkey of the day for some shit a couple weeks ago when him and Sexy Red had their little back and forth, whatever. He immediately hits me. Right?
I should have hit him when I saw the Jamie Dimon shit.
Yes.
But that's why I take accountability for it. It's like, yeah, it's on me.
And by the way, I should have hit Ray J. You know what I mean? And I know it's a weird thing, man, when you in this space of media because you still want to comment on everything that's going on. But if you actually have relationships with a person,
you got to hit them up
you
first,
got to, you know, and that's a lesson I keep learning the fucking hard way.
And I thought that we had that conversation because we were talking. I was happy about that because I think there's nothing cornier than like when you actually know somebody and you can actually reach out and you choose not to.
Yes.
Because to me is proof that like you don't actually want to know what they thought. You don't actually want to know their justification. You're just trying to get some views off that shit.
Yes.
So like I think that's the corniest fucking shit.
Yeah, listen, the funny shit about the Ray J shit, when he called me after the Donkey of the Day shit, he just was like, you're a horrible person and I'm never gonna let you forget that. He was like, I don't care how much money you've made. I don't care how much therapy you have done.
How many crystals you own.
No, I'm not even joking. He was like, you are a horrible person and I will not let you forget that. You cannot just run from the people you've hurt, Charlamagne. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you even talking about?
It's a very therapized version of Ray J.
Then he was like,
poetic.
Yo, I'm not gonna.
He's saying this playfully or he's serious?
Oh no, he was serious. I'm like, who, Ray? Who have I hurt? He named 2 people. I was like, one of these people you're lying about, and I've already apologized to this person, and you know it was his sister Brandy, and the other person, I don't want to. It was Amber Rose, right?
Yeah.
I've seen Amber a million times. I didn't know me and Amber had an issue.
Yep.
Like Amber talks to you behind the scenes. Amber talks to Envy behind the scenes. I didn't know there was an issue, and then he put me on the phone with Amber, and it wasn't really an issue, but Amber just explained to me. About back in the day when I used to do the whole Hall of Fame.
Son.
and I put her in the whole Hall of Fame. But what I was trying to explain to her was
this guy.
What I was trying to listen.
Some of y'all new listeners, let me tell you something. Y'all don't even know what it was like back in the day. You don't even know. Honestly, the reason they started silencing free speech is because of him.
What I was trying to explain to her though was that was a term of endearment. Like, yo, I was like, yo,
shut up.
No, I was
Shut
giving
up.
her props for being one of the ones that made it. But listen, Amber never told me that bothered her.
Yeah.
You know?
Hasn't she been on the show since?
A million times. I've seen Amber a million times, talked to her. We've done TV together, all types of, we've done so much.
I don't know why this shit made me think of it, bro, but
We've done so much stuff together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and listen, and then, me and Amber started talking. I said, Amber, if whatever. But I did apologize to Amber over the phone. And I said, you know, when you come to Breakfast Club, I'm going to apologize to you publicly, right? I have no problem doing that. And so Ray J goes, nah, fuck that, right? If you won't accept my apology from Sexy Red, well, I'm not letting you just apologize to Amber Rose like that. He don't mean it. He don't mean it. And I'm on the phone like, yo, Ray, shut the fuck up. He's like, you shut the fuck up. Like, I love Ray. I'm not even joking. I love William Ray Norwood Jr. I really do.
some people are
I really do.
Some people are so entertaining and funny. It's hard to be upset at them.
It's hard to be upset at them, man. And Ray know what he's doing. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Ray is a phenomenal businessman. Scooty Bikes. Raycon. Now he's got his own network, Tronics. Like, Ray J has made a lot of money. Ray J has sold a lot of companies. Like I'm talking about real money. I ain't talking about no, couple dollars. I'm talking about he's sold companies for like hundreds of millions of dollars. Of course, he got partners and stuff, but he makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation about that just like, years ago. He was just like, he really want people to start taking him serious as a businessman. And I was like, well, you got to start carrying yourself like a businessman. But it's just hard when you were you. Same with me. It's hard when I am me.
Who cares if people take you seriously? If like the numbers are going to decide.
The numbers are going to decide,
Like
man.
let them underestimate you and then clobber them over the head in the deals.
I don't even want you to know. To be totally honest with you.
That's to be honest, that's the
I'll end with this, and I'll end this conversation with this. This is what Ray said to me. Because Ray said, Charlamagne the God, the personality, is one thing. Charlamagne the God, the businessman, is another. Just like Ray J, the personality, is one thing, and Ray J, the businessman, is another.
but they blend into one another.
We
can't help that.
We're media
That's it.
personalities. Show us what we're supposed to do.
No, you're right. You're right.
What are we supposed to do?
All right, before we go to this, I just have to say, I don't know why this reminded me of it, but
Okay.
you saying the whole Hall of Fame was just kind of like funny. It was just like an honest moment. It reminded me of this Duval post that he posted on Instagram very recently. I will read it. Scarlett Johansson is a beautiful white woman to me, and her tits on Jurassic Park World is keeping me engaged, and I'm not even a tits guy, but hers still perfectly as she shoots at the fish dinosaur.
Did you see what I left? Did you see the post? Did you see the post? Did you see the comment I left on this?
No, what you said.
Look, I saw that this morning.
Clay said, take this down.
I said,
R.I.P.,
Clay
man. R.I.P.
Word up.
R.I.P.
That's right. Clay said, take this down, bro.
That shit was so beautiful. Like the way that he explained, like he got to do a whole paragraph explaining his attraction to one of the most beautiful white women on the planet. He goes, she is beautiful to me.
The funny thing is, Duval said, show me the text of him saying it.
Yeah,
I can
love
pull up
it.
a million texts of Clay saying, tell Duval, take that down.
I
This
love
is the
it.
funny shit about Duval. Duval be
Everything-
waking up in the morning high.
Yo.
It's like, yo, stop putting your inside thoughts on social
Nah,
media.
that's
The
what we
caption
love.
is worse than the tweet.
That's what he said. What's the
He
caption?
put, she's so raw. And I don't care if Dr. Umar see this either. Somebody put me somebody put me down with her. Just found out she was married. Never mind, unless she cheats. What the fuck, Duval?
No, Duval, leave that happy union alone. Colin, he means no disrespect, Colin. He means no disrespect. Okay, Scarlett, he means no disrespect.
Now, this shit was great because Duval described Scarlett Johansson's tits the way Hunter Biden describes crack, bro. He did, man. He said, Scarlett Johansson is a beautiful white woman to me, and her tits on Jurassic World is keeping me engaged, and I'm not even a tits guy, but her still perfectly as she shoots at the fish dinosaur. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I haven't seen the new Jurassic Park.
It makes you want to see a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it don't. Make me want to notice her.
That's for see.
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta see it in the movie.
Duval's a nut, man. Duval's out
Yo,
here fucking my
as she shoots at the fish dinosaur.
A salute to Squarespace, man. Thank you, Squarespace, for supporting this week's episode of the podcast. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Get discovered fast with integrated Squarespace SEO tools. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions and auto-generated sitemap and more, so you show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers. Squarespace Domains makes it easy to find the best name for your business at one fair, all-inclusive price. No hidden fees or add-ons required. Every Squarespace domain comes with advanced privacy and security tools included to ensure your domain remains online and protected. Plus, Squarespace provides everything you need to bring more of your dream to life, whether that means building a website or adding a professional email service. Don't wait to claim your name. Invest in your dream domain today. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to use offer code IDIOTS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's offer code IDIOTS at squarespace.com to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
This episode has also been brought to you by Blue Chew. Same active ingredients inside Cialis and Viagra. This is the chew, the one that we rock with, the one that you get rock with. Keep your wife, your side chick, your girl, the girl you're about to impress. Keep her happy. Keep her coming back, okay? And you're going to do that all with your first month free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. When you go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code IDIOTS. Think about that. BlueChew.com, promo code IDIOTS. Best stick you've ever delivered in your life. Only $5 shipping. You are welcome. Now let's get back to the show.
Church announcements. What you got, Hezzy?
Yo, Very excited to say this. So this weekend is the inaugural Hamptons Paddle Classic. We're doing a charity tournament, a paddle.
Hey.
You know how obsessed I am with paddle out in East Hampton at the Hampton Racket Club, and all the proceeds go to this amazing fertility charity, and it's called Baby Quest. Yeah.
You're actually doing something for the community?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do, but
Yeah.
a lot of people don't. They just get on podcasts and fucking talk shit.
They talk, but they don't actually.
They
ever
don't
do
know
it.
fucking action. I love this.
Yeah.
You know I love this.
And this is a specific, like, we were very specific with the charities that we chose. Like, I don't want to fall into one of these charities where, like, you give them the money and then 90% goes to marketing. Like, you've heard of these traps with charities.
Yeah,
Like, this is all the money is going to helping people have babies that are struggling. They've been struggling for years. So it's an amazing charity. I want you to go check it out. And yeah, I'm just really stoked on it. We got some great sponsors involved: Longevity Health, Paul Street, Love Every, Therabody, Huckberry, Nanit, Coterie, Hexclad, Longevity Health. And yeah, so like kids are free if you guys want to come. The teams are already people already bought their team selections and that kind of stuff, and we got some great raffles. But if you want to donate, we'll put a link in there as well, even if you can't be there. But it's for a great cause, and there are people that were struggling to get pregnant. Not everybody is in a privileged situation like my wife and I was, where you could pay for that. It's incredibly expensive. So what this does is actually allows those people who want to bring life into the world and people who desperately want to be parents. It gives them that opportunity because of situations they can't control. So I think it's awesome. I'm really excited. I want to continue doing these charity tournaments like around the world. Like, ideal version would be I go back on tour and then like I have a show on Saturday and then Sunday is like the charity tournament, and we could just do it nonstop and give people the opportunity to create some life.
The fact you're doing it in the Hamptons,
kind of cool.
Yes, and that's where the money is.
Yo, that's why I'm saying these donations better be legit.
Yes, go lean on them and give it to the people who actually freaking need it. That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm excited.
I love it. I love it. I think that, we live in a time where, we really got to depend on each other. I'm an ambassador for the food bank in New York City.
I love that you're actually at the food bank.
First of all, that's the best thing because you actually are connecting with people. You can give money, which I do, right?
You could also just talk about it on a podcast and not do anything.
Exactly. But I like it. I like actually being there with people and talking to them and, seeing what's going on in their world, seeing what makes them tick, seeing what they actually give a fuck about. So yeah, I was at the food bank. We was in the Bronx last week. What's the name of the projects? I guess we were at the Bronx River Cornerstone Community Center. That's where we were, the Bronx River Cornerstone Community Center, man. And it was just an amazing event. The kids were out there with their parents. It's summertime. People need something to do, so they're at this camp. And, the food bank was out there doing what they do. Food bank is an amazing program. And the one thing I realized, when you talk about these federal cuts that are being made, those are the programs that are impacted by federal cuts like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see the federal government cutting the money for programs like the food bank, we really should step up and donate money to organizations, like the food bank, because they're actually out there doing the work. Like, they are actually out there making sure, that people are motherfucking eating. So go to foodbanknyc.org if you want to make a donation to the food bank in New York City. And my other church announcement is I want to shout out Cheryl McKissack Daniel, her new book, The Black Family Who Built America, 2 Centuries of Daring Pioneers. That's the what do they call it? It's coming out in paperback, but that's just like the advanced copy that you just read. But yes, go get that if you want to know about a really dope business, McKissick and McKissick, 7-generation Black-owned construction company. And they have, been responsible for some of the dopest buildings that you have seen in our country. So that will be out in August, but you can pre-order it now wherever you buy books.
I think that like sharing these stories is really important because I think it's important to talk about historical injustices. It's not saying that we shouldn't also talk about it, but it's also important for people to hear about the success stories of the people that have had life experience just like them.
Yes.
And it's inspiring, right? Because a lot of times you don't realize you can achieve something until someone just like you does it.
Especially when the McKissicks were able to establish this construction company in the mid-1800s.
What was happening then?
Slavery, Reconstruction.
Oh.
Like these, like it was a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and they were able to establish this company in the mid 1800s and still be thriving all these years later, man. Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. My God.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard, I don't know where you've been, but Malcolm Jamal Warner died at age 54 after drowning in Costa Rica. He was swimming at Playa Grande. The Coke, I can't pronounce that.
Playa Grande is on the other side of Tamarindo. So Tamarindo is like one of the Nicoya Peninsula, I think it is, but it's like one of the, I've been to Playa Grande. Like I surfed there as a kid. Like the Las Tortugas Hotel is probably maybe where he stayed, but like, this is really tragic, man.
Tell me about these riptides, man, because a current pulled him into deeper waters.
I'm going to tell you something because I've been caught in one.
I remember that story.
No, this is a different one.
Oh,
that was also Costa Rica, but it was a different part. But so my bro got caught in one as well. So basically, luckily we're on like surfboards and shit. But basically, what happens in Costa Rica is the tidal change is like really severe. You know, like when you go out to Rockaway or whatever, like high tide, the water comes up, and then low tide, it's like maybe 20 feet or 10 feet back, right? In Costa Rica, the tidal changes feel so extreme. We're talking about like 100 feet of beach goes away on a high tide.
Oh, wow.
damn.
And there could be no waves during low tide, and then high tide, because so much water is coming in, there's like real proper awesome waves. So especially in this beach, like I remember being there when it was low tide and then no waves, and then high tide, like some serious shit. All that moving water can create these things called riptide. So where riptide is like there's these waves crashing this way, and somebody who knows a lot better the science than this will probably correct me, but I'm gonna do my best. Waves are crashing. All that water that's coming in needs to funnel out in a direction. Okay, because you can't just have water coming in and then going straight back out. So what happens is waves will often break, and then sometimes they create these funnels or channels for all that water to move back out. And they create these things called riptides, which are incredibly fast moving water straight out to sea. And you don't realize you're caught in it because it doesn't feel fast. You're just trying to swim against it, and you realize that you're swimming the opposite direction that you're going. You're going the opposite direction you're swimming. What you're supposed to do when you're in a riptide is swim exactly. You swim cross. So it's like you're being pulled out to sea. You swim cross. You're out of that riptide in 15 feet, 20 feet, and then you swim back in. But most people don't realize that. They're just getting pulled out to sea, and they start to swim against it. They get exhausted, and it's a scary fucking thing, man.
Yeah,
and
when I was young, I got caught in one.
What happened?
Yeah. No, luckily, I knew to go
to swim.
across. Yeah.
Where were you at?
In Rockaway, because I grew up in Rockaway.
He grew up in a beach community, so like
I grew up in Far Rockaway.
Yeah, it's a beach community. He's a surfing beach community, so you learn about these things at a young age. But yeah, it's like a really. I don't think people realize how severe it can be and how quickly you can be in harm's way without anybody really realizing it. Because it's not like you're bobbing up and down in the water and the lifeguard sees you.
Yeah.
It looks like you're kind of just swimming in the ocean like everyone else, and then you're so far out that people might not even see where you are.
Yeah, man. That's what they say happened in this situation. They said that
It's horrible.
And
dude.
I just saw this in the New York Post. They said he was swimming with his 8-year-old daughter.
Did she also pass?
No, they because they said somebody on a surfboard, a volunteer lifeguard. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get this right. Yeah, according to police officials, surfers saw Warner and his daughter struggling in the water. A surfer dove in and brought the child back to safety on his board. A volunteer lifeguard then pulled Warner and a second surfer back to the shore, where he was given CPR for 45 minutes per the report. Man, yo, the reason this shit hit so hard, man, is because when you think about just being a father, and you know, every day of our life, we just try to avoid bullshit, right? Like we try to avoid fuck shit that we know may cause our lives to be shortened. You know, we take precautions in a number of different ways, right? Like, I mean, you know, you work out, you take your supplements, you don't do drugs, like you avoid certain areas, like all types of different things. You're just on family vacation with your wife and your daughter, doing what we all do on family vacation, in the water, swimming, with your baby. And then this happens. It really just had me really thinking about karma and what that is. I think that our idea of karma is all fucked up. How we say things like, if you move with good intentions and you put good out in the world, good things will come back to you. It's just like death is just as much a part of life. No, death isn't the opposite of life. It's a part of life.
It's the karma. I understand karma in terms of like you living in your karma, meaning you do bad things, you should be racked with guilt for doing those bad things,
Yes.
and therefore your life will be less enjoyable.
Yes.
But bad things happen to innocent people all the time. Look at Gaza. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that those children did that made them deserve this to happen to them.
Yeah, war period,
right? So it's like, that's the thing where karma feels really tricky, and it's hard for people to reconcile, because you're like, well, what the hell happened for this to happen like that? Like, what justifies this through karma? What justifies the carnage that people experience in war all the time through like, I don't think that that's fair at all.
I think karma is either what happens after this, like, what happens after all of this, like, what that afterlife may look like. Our karma is how people talk about you after you're gone. Because when you talk about a brother like Malcolm Jamal Warner, I only met him twice. When we moved into our new studio, the Breakfast Club studio, back in January of 2023, Malcolm Jamal Warner was literally the first guest in our new studio. If you want to do Breakfast Club trivia, our first guest ever on the Breakfast Club was Ray J. The first guest that started off this new era was Malcolm Jamal Warner. And when you meet him and you listen to him talk, two things stand out. Intentional. He's intentional about how he carries himself, how he shows up in the world, and he was very intentional about his art. He did poetry as well. He won a Grammy, for his spoken word. So he was very intentional about his art. And I know when I go, there's gonna be plenty of people that got shit to say about me, right? But I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Malcolm Jamal Warner, ever. Like, literally ever. I'm talking about, like, you talk to the PAs that used to work with him on all of these different shows, interns. Those are the people I like to hear from. And all of these people are like, he was the most pleasant person. But you could tell that when you met him. You could tell he was just a very intentional person. And then he came to Breakfast Club again last year because he launched a podcast called Nah. And it was an acronym for Not All Hood, because he wanted to show that, Black people weren't just all hood, right? And so he was there with his co-host of the podcast, and we had a great conversation. Then. And yeah, man, I didn't know him personally, but I just knew that he was a very intentional human who went out of his way to put good things in the world. And I think the karma for that is the way people talk about you when you're gone.
It's just I don't think people, it's just unfortunate,
Man, it hit like Kobe to me. And the reason it hit like Kobe to me, not because of who they were, like forget the status. Like, I'm talking about what they were doing. When I heard the news about Kobe, I was literally in Atlantic City at my daughter's cheerleading tournament. Just like Kobe was waking up on a Sunday morning to go take his daughter to her extracurricular activity, which was basketball. And they met their untimely demise. Just like, you just doing your regular everyday daddy duties and meet a tragic demise like that. That's like, God damn.
Bro, it's
Lord have mercy.
It's scary, man.
What?
Like, yeah, the fragility of it. And it's not something that I understood until I had a kid, I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, like having a kid, you realize how little is in your control. Every time they get up and walk, every time they put something in their mouth, like every time there's so little in your control. You have a reasonable amount of control of things that happen to you, but you look at this situation, it's like, there's no way that he could have known that. You don't see a riptide really, like there's just no way. So, but it really puts in perspective how little control you have. And like, it's
no overdose on drugs. You didn't get shot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a car accident. You out there enjoying nature. God bless. I'm so happy that his daughter, like, I'm reading that story, I'm so happy nothing, happened to his daughter. But then that even makes you think, right? It's like, there was another guy who got caught up in the riptide. He lived. The daughter got saved, but he passed away. Like, they pulled both of them out the water at the same time. The other surfer, I think it was, in Malcolm. But he passed away. It's just like, when it's your time, and there's nothing you can do about it, man.
Yeah.
Like absolutely, positively nothing. When it's your time to go, it is your time. And the reason I keep stressing, like, how tragic of an accident it was, is because he wasn't doing anything that would cause you to die. Like if you hear somebody was drinking and driving and they was speeding, or, you know what I mean? Or somebody got hit by a drunk driver, it's just like, yo, clearly, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go, man. So rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. That was heartbreaking. What did the Cosby Show mean for you growing up?
Nothing.
You didn't watch Cosby Show?
No. I mean, I did watch it. It's like weird. I know this sounds weird. Like, I don't think I got into like TV shows or sitcoms until like much later in life.
Yeah.
So like I watched it, I was aware of it, but it wasn't one of these things that like curated my weekend. Like I wasn't like on Fridays, what was that thing? It was like
TGIF?
Yeah, like I didn't really follow. Like I would watch a Saved by the Bell or I'd watch a Beverly Hills 90210 a little bit, but I wasn't one of these guys who like religiously followed a storyline. So it wasn't until I was older that I started getting into like a show. Like I think I watched much more like MTV or BT. Like I was just watching more music.
That's why you had
related stuff.
cornrows, bro.
Probably.
I was into all that shit. My because I grew up Jehovah's Witness. On Thursday nights we have to go to the Kingdom Hall. Me and my sister was putting that VHS tape in that VCR and recording Cosby Show in a different world.
Oh wow.
Hell motherfucking yeah. You know what I'm saying?
There was a couple shows that broke through, like Martin, Jamie Foxx show.
Oh, let's be clear about something.
Yeah.
Cosby Show didn't break through.
Yeah.
Cosby Show was the #1 television show in the world.
No, I meant like broke through to like me.
Oh, got you.
And for whatever reason, I think it could have been an age thing. Like I might have been too young when Cosby Show first came out. Like I'm 41.
Yeah, I was 47. I'm 47, so yeah.
So I think that like, I think we were a little young for the Cosby Show heyday.
I didn't really watch it.
Yeah, so I think that might have been part of it.
Yeah.
Like I was aware of its significance, but it wasn't like you had to watch it in the same way that like Martin was. We were talking about it the next day in school.
Yeah, Martin was, that's a good point. Martin was very culturally relevant at a time when cultural relevance really, really mattered. Like Cosby Show didn't start embracing hip hop until like Eric Alexander's character came and what was the other queen's name? Oh, I can't remember her name right now. It was Eric Alexander used to play a character named Pam, and it was Pam's friend. Why the fuck I can't remember right now.
Like,
but they were like the 90s hip hop aesthetic to it that made you be like, oh.
I remember watching what was the show that was based on them going to college?
Different World.
I remember watching Different Worlds, not so much Cosby Show.
Like I can
That makes sense.
I can somewhat remember the last episode of Cosby because it was such a big deal. Like I remember the whole family like, oh, we have to watch the last episode.
Charlamagne Brown. That was Pam's friend. Yes.
Yeah.
She was played by Karen Molina White.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Like Different World was also more cultural. Different World had Tupac on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they were wearing the HBCU hoodies and like they were dressing like how we were dressing. Like Cosby Show didn't start doing that until much later on, man. But man, Cosby, do you realize that there was an episode of the Cosby Show that had 65 million viewers? Do you know how famous you had to be in the 80s and early 90s? This was a time when there was 3 channels, bro.
But like people don't even understand. It's like 65 million viewers is different than getting 65 million views on a TikTok.
Oh.
I think this is what people don't understand.
Yes.
It's like we see millions of views on like a Mr. Beast video, and you have to understand it's a little different than 65 million households turning on their TV and sitting down and watching a show with commercials, not 65 million people looking at something for 1 minute and then scrolling off.
Believe it or not, Mr. Beast is niche. I know it sounds crazy to say that. But because he's got multi-millions of followers, hundreds of millions of followers, and hundreds of millions of views on videos, billions of views.
Yeah.
He's niche. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
It's universal.
Universal.
There was like, to put things in perspective, right? The Marlon Wayans, the Wayans Brothers show that Marlon and Sean did.
Yep.
If you ask foreigners what their introduction to like American comedy was, they will tell you shows like Wayans Brothers and like Ray Romano's show. Like some of these shows got syndicated to Europe and Asia, and that was their introduction to American comedy. And like I'll talk to people abroad, they'll be like, yeah, that's kind of like where I learned to understand English. And that was at this time where America was, sending out our culture through television, and there was only a handful of shows. Like, how many shows were big enough to even do that?
Yes.
So like Friends,
Yes.
we would go out there, maybe Seinfeld, but also Seinfeld was so niche. Like Seinfeld was like New York, and it was probably massive, but it was still like New York white Jewish people. Whereas like Marlon and Sean were representing this different thing that the world was curious about. Hip hop music is coming around. They're like, oh, what's going on with American black people? This is interesting. We don't have them over here.
Yes.
So yeah.
Bro, do you know how if it I'm looking at it now, the second episode of The Cosby Show was the highest rated ever with 60 million viewers.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
not the second
insane.
episode, the season 2 premiere.
Yeah, it's insane.
Which was titled First Day of School, which aired September 26, 1985. This means all of America, damn near. 60 million people.
So think about this.
You're a star immediately.
That's not, you need to understand this. It's not 60 million people, Charla. It's 60 million households.
God damn.
Yeah, right? So
Shit.
I don't know if they could calculate how many people are in the house watching it, but 60 million views is 60 million people swiping on their phone.
You're right.
60 million households is potentially 180 million people.
Yes, man. Yes. Yes.
You gotta understand this shit. When like Johnny Carson was on, and like I think he had an episode that was like 50 million people watching. That's potentially 200 million, 50 million households. That's 200 million people potentially. That's the whole country.
Nobody will ever be that famous ever again.
Ever.
Never.
Things are so
maybe
neat.
athletes.
Yeah.
Maybe athletes.
But then again, it's like an athlete in a specific sport. What a basketball athlete is in America is not going to be the same in Asia. It's not going to be the same in parts of Europe. What a soccer star is in Europe is not going to be the same in America.
That's true. Because it's not Ronaldo, it's the other one.
Messi or Ronaldo.
Messi or Ronaldo.
Low key, and I know this is a crazy statement, but I mean this sincerely. Messi and Ronaldo could walk around most cities in America and they would be recognized. Don't get me wrong. But like, there are places where you could go and you can't go and they could.
I agree. Like, I get what you're saying. But there's places overseas, they can't step out the fucking hotel.
Pretty much all over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of late night.
Let's talk about this Colbert drama.
Stephen Colbert. Do we have that up, Alex? Stephen Colbert?
So
Colbert. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, too, man. Ozzy Osbourne
R.I.P.,
passed
man.
away.
R.I.P.
The only difference between Ozzy Osbourne passing and Malcolm passing, Ozzy was 76.
But he looked like an old 76.
Yeah, it is weird, right? Like, you hear Ozzy Osbourne passing, you like...
I thought he was 100.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're like, rest in peace. But
you lived a life.
You lived a life.
You lived a life.
With Malcolm, you like, whoa, that was a shock.
Ozzy been 76 since he had his own show on VH.
I was shocked he was only 76.
Say what?
I was shocked he was only 76.
I still didn't hear you.
What the fuck? I was shocked. You treat me like
I was shocked. He was only
you treat me like they used to treat Ozzy on the show. Like, we don't understand you, Ozzy. I was shocked he was only 76.
Are you sober now?
No, now, I'm never, but
But rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Yes, the Late Show with Stephen Colbert is ending in 2026. CBS
this is your South Carolina brethren,
That's
man.
my guy, man. I've been on the Late Show probably. I think I might have been on the Late Show more than any guest. I'm not even joking.
I think I came to your first appearance, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I think you were with me.
I was there.
Yeah, I've been on the Late Show like 7-8 times. Like, but CBS announced that the Late Show with Stephen Colbert will end in May 2026, with the network calling Colbert irreplaceable and retiring the franchise. Colbert revealed the news to his audience, stating, "I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The decision to end the show was described by CBS as a purely financial decision against a challenging backdrop in late night, unrelated to the show's performance, our content, or any other." What did they say? Any other outside force or something like that? Colbert expressed gratitude to CBS and the audience, saying, "I'm so grateful to the Tiffany Network for giving me this chair and this beautiful theater to call home." What the fuck is the Tiffany Network?
I guess it's like the umbrella that owns the show.
I thought it was Paramount. I don't know.
But it's probably within Paramount.
Oh, got you.
Like that.
The show, which Colbert took over in 2015, became known for leaning into liberal politics during the Trump era and providing a platform for Democratic politicians. Now, nobody thinks this was strictly purely financial.
And can you make the argument as to why it's not purely financial?
Yes, I can make the argument to why it's not purely financial, because Donald Trump has expressed his disdain for Stephen Colbert numerous times, just like he's expressed his disdain for Jimmy Kimmel. And Paramount is looking to be bought by Skydance. And in order for the Skydance merger to go through, it's like an $8 billion merger. In order for the merger to go through, Donald Trump has to approve the merger.
The FCC has to approve it. And I think they have this guy there named David Carr, who's basically Donald's guy.
Yes.
And Donald hasn't said, hey, you got to fire him to do it. But
I think he has to have a stamp of approval too.
Maybe he does. But the FCC has been holding it up. And they've been claiming they're holding it up because of this lawsuit. Right. And the lawsuit was over the 60 Minutes piece with Kamala, and
which CBS could have won,
which
they just didn't even try to fight it. Here's this $16 million, and Trump revealed today that it's $60 million, and they're giving him like $20 million in advertising or something shit like that.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know how much we want to go over this, but the claim was that what they did edit a question the way that Kamala answered a question. Mm-hmm. Like she answered it differently on, I think it's like News Nation, and then she answered it differently on 60 Minutes, which is a CBS property, both CBS properties.
But CBS did release the full transcript with it.
So I think what they're claiming is that they edited her answer to make it more favorable. What CBS claims is it's the same answer to the question, just a different part of the answer.
Yes.
And what all people say that are looking at the case is that CBS would have won this case.
Easily. Every legal scholar says that.
And most people that are in the news business would fight this tooth and nail, because what you don't want to do is bend to an administration that is concerned about you criticizing them, because it's important for the integrity of news networks to not bend. But in this certain situation, Paramount is putting their bottom line in front of the integrity of their business. They're going, we don't care about the integrity of our media business. We want to make this merger happen. We want this sale. So fuck integrity. Let's just settle this lawsuit so we can get this sale through.
Who's going to watch you if they know that you're a network that has no integrity?
Well, now they have new ownership. So maybe this is the new ownership signaling, hey, we're going to be a little bit more favorable.
By the way, that meeting happened that week. Who was it? Was it Larry Ellison? Was it
Larry Ellison's son,
His
David
son,
Ellison,
yes.
owns Skydance, which wants to buy Paramount and wants to make this merger happen. So
met with the FCC the same week they got rid of Colbert.
Yeah. So there's a few things that are going on here which are interesting. One, CBS or Paramount.
You saw that headline?
What is this?
DEI is dead. Paramount, David Ellison, Skydance promises FCC.
Okay, so there's a few things going on here. Like, one, Paramount or CBS did this thing that was dirty, if you ask me. Like, this is dirty.
Talk to me.
They released the financials of the show.
I don't think they've done that.
They leaked it. That's why we know that it was losing $50 million a year.
But everybody said that's not real. They said he was losing money, but $40 million?
Whatever. I have on good authority that that's true, but what it doesn't matter. The point is, it wasn't making money. And by all accounts, that's true. Now, there's different reasons as to why. We can talk about that in a second. But the reason they leaked it, in my opinion, is because they're trying to signal, hey, this has nothing to do with getting this deal made. This is just the fact that we have a show that's losing money and we want to get it off the books. But what it feels like the FCC is doing, or the Trump administration is doing, is leveraging that power that they have to stop the deal from going through in order for them to make that change and signal to people, hey, if you're not favorable to us or kind to us, then we're going to stop deals from going through.
We call that authoritarian strategy.
Absolutely. And it's a horrible precedent to set, especially for comedy. Like, any comedians, myself included, that like have rallied against censorship in comedy, you can't just let this go through.
No. Without
criticism. Now, I will say, I don't know if I would tell the Democrats to put all their eggs in this basket, right? Because the show was losing money. You're not going to convince Trump's base that there's something wrong here.
But it's not just Colbert, though.
No, I'm aware. I'm just saying, like, the reason, my point is, like, if the Colbert Show was making money and they did it, throw all your eggs in this basket, perfect example of authoritarian behavior. They have an excuse that will satisfy Trump's base, which is, the show's losing $50 million. It's bullshit that you can't cancel a show. I agree. And that's why I'm telling Democrats, like, I would be hesitant as to how much you want to rally on this specific cause, because it's so easily undercut to his base.
Well, what about PBS? What about NPR?
No.
What about suing the Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch?
I'm not. I hope it doesn't come across like I'm saying that it's okay that those things are happening because I'm really against those things happening. What I'm saying to Democrats is I would be wary of this as a tool to convince disillusioned Trump voters to come back over because they can write it off quickly because the show is losing money. Now, here's the question. Like, one, absolutely wrong if they're putting any pressure on a comedy show or any show in general that is being critical of them. Like, that's bullshit. Like, the essence of comedy is to rebel against institutions.
Absolutely.
Like, I think a lot of what was happening with comics that were in my zone, I guess you could say, is like we felt like there were institutions that were not allowing us to do comedy the way we wanted to do it. And we rebelled against that. So the second it happens to the more left-leaning comedy, we can't just go, oh, nothing to see here. We also got to go, no, that's fucked up. Like, the whole point of this is we make fun of these institutions. And then if they don't let us, we make fun of them even more for not letting us. Like, that's in essence, like why free speech exists in America. Like, this is important shit. What I would hope more than anything, and I think this would be the most badass fucking thing to do, is I wish that Colbert does exactly what we did. We couldn't get on Comedy Central because they had these like purity rules for what is okay comedy to do. We went to the internet. We put out specials on the internet. We created podcasts on the internet. We showed that we had a real audience. And now look, like, I'm doing specials on Netflix. I'm doing movies. I'm doing all these things. We showed that the people are there. One big difference, though. No, I agree. The big difference is like there's a difference between institutional government power and just a comedy network that's saying,
oh no, I was just gonna say because you're 41 and he's 61.
Oh, I think that's a good point too. But I guess what I'm saying is like it would be so badass for me if they're like, we're doing this show and we're gonna do it on YouTube and prove that we're the biggest fucking show and we're gonna say whatever the fuck we want and then show that the people actually do want this type of television and these like jokes to be made and there is an audience for this. Like, embrace the internet in the way that we embrace the internet and prove to the powers that be that they can't silence you.
I think we're going to get some of the best Colbert we've seen over the next 10 months. He's been on fire all week. Jon Stewart was on fire on Monday, cooking. But, you know, you brought up the ad revenue thing. Here's the thing, and this is why I say it has to be more than just financial, right? Ad sales for Colbert dropped from around 121 million in 2018 to 70 million in 2024, and nearly 40% died. That's not just Colbert. It's late night TV, period.
Well, I think it's period. It's linear in general.
Linear in general.
And what we mean by linear is just like TV on TV.
TV on TV.
Colbert has great numbers digitally. Like if you watch the interviews, the clips. He's got great
numbers for TV.
Not anymore.
2.5 million viewers. He's the highest rate. No, I get compared to the heyday of late night.
Right.
It's not even close.
And the heyday of late night is what these ad budgets are dependent on, right?
That's ridiculous though.
No.
40 million, 50 million people, you're not getting that.
No, I know they're not. But what I'm saying is there's ad revenue goes down when views go down. Yes. And they were just getting less views than they used to. So naturally the ad budgets are going to go other places, right? Like they'll honestly probably go to like podcasts and digital stuff.
Absolutely.
So you have to hold the Colbert Show accountable a little bit for not leaning more into advertising or monetizing their digital presence where they do have a huge audience.
I hold the Colbert Show responsible and Paramount responsible because, well, really Paramount more so than anything. You don't just cancel a show like Stephen Colbert, especially when Stephen Colbert, when you're on your quarterly calls and you're talking to your shareholders and you're talking to the revenue people, that's one of the top shows you bring up all of the time. Yep. The Late Show and how it's the highest rated show on late night. Every other late night show has made cuts. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't work in the summer anymore. He doesn't work in the summer anymore because of budget. Seth Meyers had to get rid of his band. Jimmy Fallon only comes on 4 days a week. You know what I mean? They didn't even do anything with the Colbert Show.
But there's a reason why, and a lot of people don't know this. So like, in order to keep Colbert in New York City, they had
Governor Hochul. Yeah.
So what they did is they didn't want the Colbert, which is this late night institution for New York, to leave New York. So they made an agreement in order to get tax cuts. Mm-hmm. So they got these tax cuts that would lower the amount of money that they would have to make to be profitable. But the exchange with the government was essentially that they had to keep a certain amount of people employed. So they can't fire anybody. When you can't fire anybody, like you just mentioned with those other shows, they fired a lot of people to reduce the cost of the show. They can't do that. And they have 7 different unions. The rent in the building is probably astronomical. Like the Colbert Show makes money. Let's say it makes $50 or $70 million a year in ad revenue. it doesn't cost that much money to make that show. It costs that much money to make that show where they make it, how they make it. They could downsize this show. They could do the show for $20 million.
They did it during COVID.
Exactly. I wouldn't do that version, but
something a little bit more scaled up, but not too much.
This is why I'm saying, like, if they wanted to go after it, and I know Steven's 61 and maybe he wants to spend time with his family, but if they wanted to go after it and use the internet, the internet, I think people would respond to this in such incredible fashion, and it would really prove to the powers that be, like, yo, we're not going to be silenced.
Yeah.
You could say whatever the fuck you want to say, and we have the platforms available for us to do it. Now, it's a big undertaking. I get what you're saying about age, but I do think the audience is there, and it would be the most badass, rebellious thing to do.
I mean, by the way, these guys have made a lot of money. Colbert was making $15 to $20 million a year for like the last decade, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
He's made a lot of money. He's got a beautiful life in Jersey, a beautiful life in South Carolina. You might just want to hang it up. You might want to go out with a bang the next 10 months.
My assumption
wrap
is
up.
My assumption is they asked him not to announce it for 6 months. Because Colbert probably got something in his contract that says that if you're not going to renew him, you need to give him 1 year advance notice. Most contracts exist like that. They told him, and then they probably were like, we would really appreciate it if you just wait 6 months to announce this, and then we can do a great last 6 months of the show. And he was like, fuck that.
Yeah,
and good for him for saying that shit.
Because he had just came back from vacation and he shitted on Paramount. He was like, they have a name for what Paramount did, with Trump by giving him the $60 million, and it's called Big Fat Bribe.
Now, I believe this kind of complicated financial settlement with a sitting government official has a technical name in legal circles. It's Big Fat Bribe.
You know what I'm saying? By the way, Colbert and Jon Stewart have been on this. Like, I know everybody's just starting to pay attention this week. They've been on Paramount to not settle, letting them know what the ramifications of this could be, how it's going to look. Everybody knows it's political. Do you think the same guy who literally just told the Washington Redskins last week, the Washington Commanders, if you don't change your name back to the Redskins, I'm not approving this new stadium.
Don't fall for all them distractions, bro. Don't fall for the MLK shit, this ridiculous Obama shit he's doing. Like, all that is distraction.
Epstein.
Boom. And I do not want people.
And his ankles.
I even think that's a distraction.
No, you think so?
Yeah. I think all of it is a distraction because he cannot release the Epstein shit because there's incriminating things with him in it. And I don't know if it's incriminating to him. I can't say that. But he's obviously in the files. I think the Justice Department told Pam Bondi that he is mentioned in the files. So he's doing everything he possibly can, and the administration doing everything they possibly can to not release the Epstein files. And I think a very important thing for everybody to know right now, and everybody who wants to be like, you had him on your fucking podcast, you did this, yeah, you're fine. Say that about me. That's totally fine. And you're right. You did it. Fine. Sure. Get that out. Just get all your frustration out, because now we gotta move forward. We can talk as long as we want about this. You can say whatever you want about me, but there's a certain point in time where you have a moment where he's not releasing the Epstein files. He's not stopping the pointless wars. He's increasing the budget. He's doing the 3 things that he promised his base he would not do. Remember, he ran on institutional reform, Charla.
Mm-hmm.
He ran saying the deep state is stopping us from doing all these things.
That's right.
And I'm not going to let that happen. Well, he has Congress and he has the presidency, and he's doing exactly what the institutions want him to do. So Democrats have this opportunity to be the party of reform and make him the party of the institutions and the status quo. And the reform candidate always wins. But they have to make a choice right now to decide whether they want to finger wag and virtue signal, or they want to bring people into their coalition. Get the finger wagging out. Say whatever you want. Say whatever you want about me. Say whatever you want about everybody. I'll take it. I don't care. But there's an opportunity now to bring people in to win an election, and you cannot do that if you want to spend time virtue signaling and finger wagging.
I agree. I think after you say I told you so, now you got to figure out what we do next.
There we go.
Listen, the fact that the House...
Bro, this was crazy.
The House shut down for the summer.
So they didn't have to vote.
On releasing the Epstein files. Just think about that for a second.
This is pure corruption, man.
So listen, I'm an American citizen. The House The place where they go to vote on different legislation, things that help American people, have to shut down for 2 months just so they don't do a vote on the Epstein files?
For all the people out there saying, oh, the Epstein thing is a nothing burger, the Epstein thing is another. If it's a nothing burger, then why are they shutting down Congress so they don't have to release
Give
the
me
files?
a nothing with cheese.
Thank you.
Right?
100%.
I don't even eat cheese.
And this is the thing about Dems right now. The Republican base is not supportive of Trump right now because he is rejecting all the things he promised to them.
What have I been saying for months, Andrew? We know Republicans are going to fumble, but Democrats don't have the team to recover the ball.
Listen,
they don't have the team to recover. It's right there.
Yeah, but we could
remember when Cam in the Super Bowl did like this and backed away from the football. Remember when Cam Newton did that? That's what they're doing right now. It's right there.
But here's the thing: they are putting pressure, and Republicans are also putting pressure. And there's this bipartisan support amongst the people, not amongst the politicians. They're all protecting the fucking pedophiles and they're protecting all the corruption. Both sides, by the way. But the people want this thing. And if I'm anybody that's like in politics right now, I am being unrelenting on this shit. I am telling Democrats, do not take your foot off the gas. Don't take the bait. Don't take the Obama bait. Don't take the Redskins bait. Don't take any of this bullshit bait he's going to throw out. Stay on Epstein.
Stay on Epstein.
Because his base is pissed about Epstein as well.
Bro,
all they got to say is Trump is protecting pedophiles.
That's it.
That's it.
We had this whole conversation last week. There is no other issue for Democrats to be talking about right now because it is the bridge between them and the support of Trump supporters, them and the support of MAGA. It's the one bipartisan issue everybody motherfucking agrees on. Now, let me tell you something else. This is my personal opinion. This is who is going to end up being the heroes in all of this. Republicans. And I'm going to tell you why. This is just my personal opinion. I think they lining Trump up. I think that there's Republicans and powers that be that want their party back. They see how this guy is not good for the world, right? Especially the economy. And they're like, this is our opportunity to get him out. Because they're making a show of it. A couple weeks ago, House Speaker Mike Johnson was like, you got to release the Epstein files. Now all of a sudden, who lets people know we're taking the summer off so we don't have to bring the Epstein files?
Why do they get the summer? They're not teachers.
That's what I'm saying.
We still need laws in the summer. Like, I didn't even know they got to take a break.
They're putting the bat signal in the sky for everybody to just keep piling on about the Epstein. Who did they say? They say J.D. Vance went to go meet with who did he go?
Rupert Murdoch, and then was it Rupert? I don't know.
Look that up, Alex. I can't remember. J.D. Vance went to go meet with somebody. My point is, I feel like this is a ploy by the GOP to lead a coup against Trump.
Now, let me.
And when they get him out, right? Mm-hmm. And they're the ones that, because they can throw him to the wolves. All the old Democrats in there, they love to throw them to the wolves. Just everybody got to go. Now they look like the heroes. Now they look like the party that spoke truth to power, the party that stood up to the pedophiles.
Well, I don't care which party does it, but we need that shit to come out. Like, it's absolutely absurd. But to your point right now, who released? Okay, so J.D. Vance just hit up Rupert Murdoch and his son Lachlan at their Montana ranch. Okay, this meeting was, what is this? ChatGPT. Do you ask ChatGPT to speak like Ebonics? Yeah, that's hilarious. Can I read to you? This is Alex's ChatGPT response. He goes, "What did J.D. Vance? What did you ask it?"
He said, "Who did J.D. Vance recently meet with?"
Yeah, and this is the ChatGPT response from Alex. Okay, yo. J.D. Vance just hit up Rupert Murdoch and his son Lachlan at their Montana ranch. The meeting was low-key, no heads up, and lasted a few hours. Right after, the Wall Street Journal dropped a wild story about Trump and Epstein. Trump's now suing Murdoch for $10 billion over. Now, listen.
This came from the Economic Times.
Now, listen here.
Rupert Murdoch owns the Wall Street Journal.
That's what I want to say. So, to your point about Republicans pushing him out, right? Trump had a stranglehold over the Republican Party that the traditional, like, neocon Republicans did not like.
That's right.
But they had to get on board because Trump really galvanized the entire base. What's interesting is Rupert Murdoch owns Wall Street Journal, which released that doodle that he sent to Epstein, allegedly, so we don't get sued.
I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't believe that, though.
That he didn't do it?
It just, you know why? Because it seemed too warm. When has Trump ever been that warm, bro?
Yeah.
It just seemed too warm. Now, unbeknownst to me, he does doodle a lot. I didn't know, right? I didn't notice. I saw the Daily Show the other day, and they were showing all his old drawings and stuff. But it just seemed too warm.
I would like to see a picture of it too. I think that that's weird that they didn't show the picture.
Yeah.
But regardless of this, the point is Rupert Murdoch, who also owns Fox News, right? And I think that John was making an interesting point where it's like, Trump isn't even loyal to his loyalists. And it's like, but no, I would look at it the opposite way. I would go, Rupert is making a move on Trump.
Yes.
And to your point, Rupert, who is, I think to say what John was saying, who's been glazing Trump on Fox, is seemingly pivoting to, nah, you might be in on this. And maybe a lot of other people are in it, but it looks like they're making Trump the sacrificial lamb.
Sacrificial lamb. Because if it's Trump and some other Republicans they can get rid of, and some Democrats they can get rid of, they don't give a fuck.
Yo, and this
they come out clean.
This is where we need to be completely honest. It's like, if you're Trump's base and you fucking rah for Trump, if you find out that he's involved in this shit, there is no justification that you could possibly think of.
No, none.
There is no justification
None.
you could possibly think of. I'm sorry, like there is nothing you could possibly say that will make any of this okay.
None.
And this is the moment, and this is why I think it's important to put pressure. Like, if you care about America, I don't care about parties. Do you know what I mean? And I understand people, oh, you're Trump. I get it. Get it all out of your system. Right now, we have to focus on what is best. I was maybe stupid to believe that he was going to stop the foreign wars. Maybe I was stupid to believe that he was going to put out the Epstein shit. Maybe I was stupid to believe that he wasn't going to blow out the budget when he's saying Doge is going to drop it down and we're going to do all this amazing work. Maybe Elon was also stupid to believe that. Maybe a lot of people.
It's 70+ million people that were.
Okay, but fair enough. So I'll take that. I'll take that. But after taking it, I'm not just going to sit here in silence. Is that what you want me to do?
You shouldn't. Just like Democrats shouldn't have just sat back and watched old man Biden
for 4 years and pretending like he wasn't senile.
No, like,
and
yo,
shouldn't have fucking covered it up.
This is what you do when the person you voted for, I don't care if you voted for him or not, but if you voted, right? Once that person becomes president, they are the president of all
of
Americans.
Us. Facts.
I feel like it's more powerful hearing Trump critique from the people who voted for him. Mm-hmm. I think it's more powerful coming from Rogan. It's more powerful coming from you. It's more powerful coming from Candace Owens. Because now it's like, oh, these are the same people who platformed them, so now I'm going to listen to them if they're telling me some fucked up shit is happening. I always used to say, if you lie to people about Democrats, they won't believe you about Republicans. It's the same thing here. If you lie to people about Republicans, they won't believe you when you tell them about Democrats. All you're doing is telling Americans what the fuck is going on in America. Yo, we got cool. But this shit he doing right now isn't what he motherfucking told us that he was going to do, and this shit is fucked up. What are we going to do about it?
I'll tell you what, I think that the Democrats got a low-key star, by the way.
Who?
This sounds like I'm setting you up. I promise I'm not. Do you know who John Ossoff is, or Ossoff?
Oh, yeah, from Atlanta.
From Georgia.
Senator. He's from Georgia.
I want you to watch this thing that he did recently. I want to watch this speech that he did recently.
Continue because we're at hour 50.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
let's watch it. Let's watch it. Yeah, this is good. I want you to watch this John Ossoff speech that he did. So he's a Democrat from Georgia.
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
He got in office in 2020. No, yeah, 2020.
Here you go. Ready? This is a Democrat from Georgia. Now, keep in mind a couple things about this. One, America loves Southern Democrats. There's something about the South where I think the South trusts a Southern Democrat a little bit more than like a liberal elite from New England or some shit, right? OF.
Yeah, we've had John on Breakfast Club before. We had him on. Yeah, we had him on Breakfast Club when he was running for Senator of Georgia. And I think he's been on like one other time.
There it is, right here. Okay, go.
See, I get why people voted for him. Because even before he came on the scene, America had the most corrupt political system in the Western world. It's been running on corporate money, secret money, billionaire money, both sides. And it's worse than ever now. Citizens United was the worst court decision in modern American history.
Boom. Boom.
And when members of Congress aren't begging for money from lobbyists, they're trying to dodge getting carpet bombed by these super PACs. Senators get threatened every day with millions and millions of dollars of attack ads over the votes that we take. And see, this is why nothing works for ordinary people. It's not because of woke college kids or trans students or because there are interracial couples in cereal commercials. It's because the people's elected representatives don't represent the people. They represent the donors. And that corruption is why they just defunded nursing homes to cut taxes for the rich. Corruption is why you pay a fortune for prescriptions. Corruption is why your insurance claim keeps getting denied. Corruption is why hedge funds get to buy up all the houses in your neighborhood, driving you out of the market, and then your corporate landlord ignores your calls during a gas leak. Corruption is why that ambulance costs $3,000 after you just had to get your choking toddler to the hospital. So Trump promised to attack a broken system. I get it. Ripe target. But here's the thing, he's a crook. And a con man. And he wants to be a king. Yes, the system really is rigged, but Trump's not unrigging it, he's re-rigging it for himself.
I agree with every single word he said.
That motherfucker looks
I
like
agree
Superman.
with every single word he said.
He's handsome. He's doing something that's really important. He's calling out his own side.
Yes.
I tell this to people all the time. You trust the waiter that tells you that the halibut sucks.
Yes.
You need to know that that waiter is going to tell you the truth.
Yes.
The waiter that recommends the most expensive dish on the menu, you don't trust at all.
At all.
He calls out how it affects Democrats as well. So now I go, oh, wow, this guy isn't just doing some bullshit. He's calling out the real problem in the system, which is money in politics.
If you listen to the Brilliant Idiots podcast, you elected officials and government officials, we've given you the blueprint.
Yep.
I've been telling y'all for months, the next person from the Democratic Party, the future of the party, has to throw the old regime under the bus. It's really just that simple.
You've been saying this nonstop, and you've been getting a lot of fucking criticism for it, and you'll never get celebrated when they actually do it. I just
Never.
want to let you know.
Never.
You'll get all the criticism, and they'll act like it never happened when they do
Never.
it. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going. When I was on Daily Show last night, I definitely brought it back up though. I had to because I was talking. But the point I was making on Daily Show last night was that they're trying to distract you by bringing up this Joe Biden, this old shit again. And there was a bunch of motherfuckers who lied about that.
Yep.
I wasn't one of them,
Yep.
right? And then I was like, but if you want the opportunity to call out another old president, here you go, right? Because Donald Trump, physically and mentally, ain't looking too good right now.
I don't
All
know
right?
if that's the argument I would make, but
Bro, this guy's ankles look like he got Chris Christie in his socks. What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about?
I just don't know if that's the thing that's going to get the base.
Oh, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think that you just...
It's an issue about age.
The
but
Daily
just
Show audience is
how
a little...
young the girls were.
Yes, the Daily Show audience is different because they're an audience that actually pays attention to politics, so you can be nuanced and talk about a bunch of things at one time. But for the masses, Epstein, 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 because Epstein is literally what brings people in the door. Now, like John Ossoff is doing, I can show you how this guy, he didn't stop the wars, right? He's still taking the money from corporate donors, right? He's cutting your Medicaid. I can show you all of these other things he's doing, and you'll believe it now because now you finally believe he's a liar. All it takes is, and by the way,
And even worse than a liar is he is upholding the institutions that he swore
that's
to
right.
take down. In the first administration, he got to say, I want to make these changes, but the Democrats on Congress, they won't let me. Now there's nothing stopping him. He can release the Epstein files. He's not doing it.
That's right.
He can stop the wars. You can't stop Ukraine because Putin's a fucking psychopath and he just will continue to take it. But like Gaza, you could stop right now. He's not doing it.
That's right.
So, and obviously with the big, beautiful bill, the budget, like shutting down Doge or just making Doge focus on USAID instead of the Pentagon budget or whatever these things are. And again, I don't know enough about the money in the Pentagon. I don't know how important it is that we develop these new military weapons to protect ourselves. So I don't want to speak out of turn about that shit. But my point is, there are things that he spoke to his base cared about. And then there are things he spoke to people who are not his base that I really cared about. I was tired of funding these wars when you got people in America struggling, dude. And that resonated. I wanted to know what happened with Epstein, and I don't like the idea that there are potentially government officials involved in covering up a pedophile ring. I don't like it at all. I want to know about that shit. And when you backtrack on those promises, it's going to make people enrage. And then it exposed what you were saying. Like, well, if he could lie about this, what else could he potentially lie
Because
about?
because you have a base of people who don't believe he's lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they haven't paid attention to all of the lies. So now that you got him caught in one, let me show you all the others. Because he don't even, by the way, he doesn't even lie good when you actually pay attention to him. And the fact that he just finds a way to blame Democrats and Barack Obama for everything is hilarious.
That's how I
to
knew
me.
that they were desperate.
He
When they
treats
threw
them
the
like Rock
Obama
Nation.
shit out there.
He treats them the way the culture treats Rock Nation.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
what my
yeah.
t-shirt says, right?
Yeah, blame Rock
Blame
Nation.
Rock Nation.
Your album didn't sell, blame Rock Nation.
Blame Rock fucking Nation.
Yeah.
Okay, blame Rock Nation for every motherfucking thing. That's the way he treats Democrats and Obama. Obama is his Jay-Z, and Democrats are his Rock Nation. Hillary Clinton is his Desiree Perez. I'm serious. Blame them for everything.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week, man. As always, you want to do some after news or no?
What do you think? We do it afterwards or
We do it.
if we have time?
We've been here for 2 hours.
Fair enough.
As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.